What's going on, guys? I am SimpleSimon. Welcome to this week's Comic Haul. Today's episode is brought to you by Sony. Shout out to Matt at Sony who loaned me this camera, the ZV-E10. I'm filming on that today, so I might be looking extra crispy, you know what I'm saying? It's a shame Sarah's not here because she would have been looking extra fine, but she bought a new phone, so she's off playing with her new phone. So this week I picked up a few books from the shop today at Big City, but I got a whole stack of stuff to show you. I got a toy in here, and I got some bargain finds from eBay. So all that and more in today's episode of this week's Comic Haul. Let's do this. I'll start with what we got at Big City today. I picked up my previews magazine, you know, I get these every month. It's getting to a point though, I think I'm probably going to eventually cancel this because it's getting closer and closer to me biting the bullet and just saying, you know what? I'm done with comic books, there's too many in my life. But I've also got the DC Connect and the Marvel previews as well. So I get those every month to do my pre-orders. We'll start off with Sarah's books. She didn't pick up as much stuff. In fact, I think she's only got maybe 3 books in here. So what did Sarah pick up? First is some bangers, she says over there while setting up her Samsung Flip 5. Pure Evil. Now, I first thought this was actually just called Pure Evil. It wasn't until I pre-ordered every cover that I was like, oh wait, Pure Evil? Okay. This is the Mirka and Dolfo cover, I'm going to guess. I think she's writing it. She's not doing the interior, but this is one of her covers. So there's that Pure Evil. It looks like it's about cat girls or something like that. Then we got some Rogue Sun. This is the Luana Vecchio cover. Sarah's obviously a big fan of Luana from who did Lovesick. So she's doing the A covers for this series. So Sarah picked that one up. And then another one of Sarah's favorite artists is Rose Besh. This is a nice one. This is a What If Spider-Gwen. I believe Sarah was talking to Mark in the shop about it. I think it's about what if Peter Parker died instead of Spider-Gwen or something like that. I read a What If once and it sucked balls, so I never read one again. Alright, this is what I picked up. Oh, sorry. Mark gave us a copy of these. They shipped him too many copies, so whenever he does that, he never ends up selling them. He just gives them away to his, regulars. So, that's the kind of guy Mark is at Big City Comics. So it's the Night Terrors Action Comics. It's a real thick book too, so that's we got a copy of that each from Mark. It's Fire and Ice Week. I've been seeing interviews all over the YouTubes with Sarah Frazetta, who's Frank Frazetta's daughter. Fire and Ice, in case you don't know, was an old, I think it came out in the 80s, animated movie. I actually watched that as a kid. My dad was a big Frazetta fan, and he had that movie and I used to watch it, and it was very, for a kid, it was pretty full on. So I'm pretty excited to actually check this out. Interior art looks pretty damn good. I picked up a few covers. Yes, Mum? That was my mum. She's bringing over curry puffs. Cover B there, so that's very cool. That's pretty much almost like a new take on the original Fire and Ice cover there. So that's very nice. That's the cover B. And then we got the actual, I'm pretty sure this is the actual cover for Fire and Ice, the original, which I'm assuming is Frank Frazetta. So very, very cool. I know there's a lot of people excited about this release. A lot of people are showing off their Fire and Ice copies on the IGs. Alright, let's keep it going. We got some Night Terrors Robin. This was the only Night Terrors book that I picked up to read. I'm not really interested in Night Terrors. I'm just done with DC events. This one seemed interesting. It had Red Hood in it, so I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll read that one. But you know what? I realized recently, I'll probably never get around to it because there's just so many books to read that I'm behind on. So there's that. You know what's funny? Last week, I don't know if you remember, it was DC week and I had 0 books from DC. This week, it was obviously Diamond and DC, but this was the only book I had from DC. So, I used to call myself a DC guy. I don't know if I am anymore. I might just be purely indie guy. We've got some Alice Never After. I read the first one. I talked about it on my Comics I Read, one of the episodes I recently did. So I didn't mind the first one. It wasn't knock me out of my chair good, but I like Alice in Wonderland. I just think it's a cool theme. So I thought I'd pick this up. I'll probably commit to all of those. And then we got the Jenny Frison variant as well. She did a variant for the first one and it really wasn't that great. But this is a much nicer Frison cover than the one she did for the first. The first one was called Alice Ever After. This one's called Alice Never After. Then we got some Sacrifices. This is by Rick Remender. Rick Remender is the Deadly Class guy, I believe. His new series called Sacrifices. Now, if anyone can get a copy of the Jenny Frizen, I think it was a 1 in 10 or something like that, and they want to hook me up with that, let me know, because I couldn't get my hands on that. But really nice Jenny Frizen cover from this series. But I'm interested to check out that first issue of Sacrifices. Then we got some World Tree. What are we up to? Issue 4. I read the first issue, as I said. I think it was also on comics I read, but I'm waiting for the first 5 issues to come out. I'm going to knock out the rest and just see if I want to keep going with it, because I really dug that first issue. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Give you a closer look at the cover there. Let us know how this video is looking too, guys, because I've been messing around with the settings. This camera is like a trip. It was just like, I turned it on and I was like, what are all these numbers on the screen? I had no idea how to use it, and I'm finding every video I've done that just to test with it, it comes out really dark. Like, it looks completely different on the little screen I'm looking at and when it comes out on my computer. So let me know how the video is looking. It is very good quality, but I'm just still playing with the settings to get it just right. Alright, this is Per Evil. So this was the A cover. Who did the A cover? Laura Braga. Oh, who must do the interior art as well. So that was the A cover for Per Evil. Very cool. I also picked up the Mirko cover. I actually blind ordered that one, but it came out pretty good, so I'm glad I did. So that's the one that Sarah also ordered. And then I don't know who did this one. I think I also oh, this is Sozo Maker. I love Sozo Maker. She did some great art. I wouldn't have picked that. Actually, I wouldn't have guessed her, but that's a pretty nice cover too. Alright, they're the new release books. I've still got a toy to show you and some bargain eBay finds. Before I do, it's time for this week's shout-outs. The mail call.
Shout out to Old Wolf.
I'm never prepared, and like I said, I just don't watch YouTube as much. I'm going to shout out an oldie but a goodie. Fred Hall Direct Edition did a really cool video the other day where he just showed off his, the video is called Rearranging the Dungeon. But he's actually showed off a room where he's got all his Marvel Select figures and they're all pinned up on the wall. Looks fantastic. He didn't actually end up rearranging it in the video. He just kind of showed you the room and it was saying, I'm planning on rearranging this, but really cool setup. It's only a 4-minute video, so Fred Hall, I love that dude, so make sure you check him out. I'm sure everyone who watches my videos already knows Fred, but you should check him out if you don't. Links are in the description. Alright, so these were some absolute bargain finds from our buddies over in the UK, Slab City Comics. We mentioned on an episode a few weeks back that they have an eBay store as well, and they do a lot of auctions on their books, and you can really get a bargain on there if you get lucky, because obviously a lot of these books are exclusive and we don't really get them down here. So yeah, very, very lucky that we got some of these. So yeah, we've ordered books from Slab City before. They're very cool. SuperRus actually has an affiliate link with them, which is why we bought some books from them. Oh, they're also on Whatnot, so there's all the info for Slab City. I'll leave a link to their website down below as well if you want to check out Slab City. They are based in the UK. So most of the books that we picked up, we paid around roughly no more than, $10, $11 for them. Normally, you're probably paying more, 20 to 30 for them. So we definitely got a bargain on these off their eBay store. This is the only one that I think Sarah paid out a little bit for this one. I think she bid up to about $22 for this. This is a Rian Gonzalez Vampirella book. Cover, sorry. This was one that Sarah was missing from her collection, and she jumped at the chance to get it off their eBay store at a steal of a price. So there's that. What's next? Oh, this one was mine. This is Peach Momoko, Something's Killing the Children. I can't tell you the issue off the top of my head, but this issue 12, thank you Sarah. This was the 1 in 25, and I picked it up for like $9 or something like that, $9, $10. Unbelievable. So Sarah, you've got this slab, don't you? I do. She's got this slab. I think she won it from Whack Comics. Tyler. She won it from Tyler. So yeah, very, very cool. Got that one for me. What's next? Oh, exciting. This is another Rian Gonzalez cover. This is Venom issue 29. It might be an exclusive. Not too sure, but that is that. Venom, Rian Gonzalez. Very nice. Sarah's Rian Gonzalez collection is getting a little bit out of control, I would say. This one here is Batman issue 108. This one was mine. Again, I think I paid maybe $8 or $9 for this. It's an exclusive. Cover art by, I believe her name is Rachta Lin. I follow her on IG. I actually really like her art style. And I saw this and I was like, yep, if I can get this for cheap. The problem with that eBay store is, I ended up just putting, little amounts on so many books And by the end of it, I bid on like 12, 13 books or something. I was like, ooh, I don't know if I can afford that. But luckily I got outbid on most of them, and I only won 3 that were in this. So that's my other one there. And then this one here is mine. So a few weeks back when we talked about this, Sarah got some books from Slab City. She picked this one up, and I picked up a copy for myself. This is the Faithless issue 1. It's not the ratio, this is more of an exclusive. The ratio was in color for this. This is a Jenny Frison cover. This is just a black and white. It might be an exclusive, I actually can't remember. But yeah, I thought again, if I'm going to win it for a decent price on eBay, I'm definitely going to jump all over that. And then the last one in here is another Sarah book. Sarah bought this just as a pure cover buy because she said she likes nurse girls and needle girls, whatever that means. And look at that. What a coincidence. It's a nurse girl holding a big needle. So that is Dark Stalkers. It's a lot of cool covers from that series actually. So that is that. So that was some bargain finds from Slab City Comics. Alright, so last thing is the toy. So it's nothing special at all. I just saw it. It's super cheap. Now this weekend there's the giant size toy fair that we're going to. If you guys saw Mad Spidey's most recent video, he plugged it a lot. Super excited for this weekend to go to the toy fair. So I'll probably do a vlog. So I've always talked about the Red Hood Mortal Kombat, you know, costume design that came out in 2018. That's the Red Hood that I've cosplayed, and I've always been shocked that there's never really been any figurine, pop vinyl, statues, nothing. A little while back though, I did find a 12-inch Red Hood figure, and super cheap. They're like $15, these 12-inch figures, little Barbie dolls with DC characters. But I was shocked to see one in Big W for like $15, and it was this Red Hood. But that same brand, so they're called Spin Master. I think these are 4-inch figures maybe, or 3 3/4. They also make smaller versions of those characters, so I thought I'd actually pick this up. I saw it on eBay. Again, it was $15, which is weird because I paid $15 for the 12-inch, but yeah, I had to pick that one up. I might actually take this one out of the box and put him on the shelf. Although, I don't know, because that first edition sticker is looking pretty nice there, so... But yeah, I want to add that to the Red Hood collection. I might do a video on my Red Hood collection. It's not bad, it's not bad. And that's all I got for you this week. Videos coming up on the channel. Mate, last week was a tough week. I released a couple of videos and no one watched them. Whew. I got the lowest viewed video I've had in like years, like about 4 years. This week I'm going to release, I did a video about 5 McFarlane figures I would like to see from the toy line, which they haven't released. I had a lot of fun making that one, and I've still got a few more toy unboxings to come. Obviously I'm going to film the vlog this week at the toy show, and I also have a video sitting in the bank from Mark, an episode of The Noob, so keep an eye out for all that. If you guys are still watching this video, I appreciate you. Let us know how the video looks, and again, shout out to Matt from Sony for hooking up with this camera. I look forward to filming a few more videos with this and mucking around with it and really learning how to make these videos look good. That's it. How's your phone going, Sarah?
Great.
Great? That's what we like to hear. Until next time, I am SimpleSimon. Tell your friends and keep it simple.